Imagine walking the streets of Los Angeles at night. Bright lights, busy roads, people chasing their dreams. But beneath the glamour of Hollywood, something far darker was happening. Women kept vanishing, one by one. No witnesses, no clues. Only lifeless bodies turning up across South LA. For years, police had no answers. But when the truth finally came out, it exposed one of the city's most prolific killers. This is the chilling story of Chester Dewayne Turner, the man who strangled Los Angeles in silence. Chester Dewayne Turner was born on November 5, 1966, in Warren, Arkansas. As a child, his family moved to Los Angeles, California. Growing up in South Central, Turner's life seemed ordinary on the surface, but deep down, he was developing disturbing tendencies. He never found stability, working small jobs, facing constant financial struggles, and drifting from place to place. But while others saw just another man in the crowd, Turner was already hiding a monstrous urge that would eventually make him one of Los Angeles' deadliest serial killers. Between 1987 and 1998, Turner began a killing spree that would claim at least 15 women. His victims were mostly poor, vulnerable women from South Los Angeles. Turner's method was always the same: strangulation. He would overpower his victims, sometimes leaving their bodies in abandoned buildings, behind alleyways, or even in construction sites. For over a decade, these murders haunted Los Angeles. At first, police suspected different killers. The crimes were scattered, the victims had no clear connection. To the city, it felt like random tragedies. But in reality, one man was responsible, and he was hiding in plain sight. The 1980s and 90s were violent years in Los Angeles. Crime was high, and serial killers like the Southside Slayer and the Grim Sleeper were already terrifying the city. Police were overwhelmed. Turner's crimes blended into this chaos. Investigators struggled to link the murders, partly because many victims were marginalized women, sex workers, or those struggling with addiction. Their cases were often ignored, dismissed, or poorly investigated. This negligence allowed Chester Turner to continue killing for over 10 years without suspicion. It wasn't until years later, in the 2000s, that technology caught up with Chester Turner. While serving time in prison for unrelated crimes, Turner's DNA was entered into the national database. The results shocked investigators. His DNA matched multiple unsolved murders across Los Angeles. Suddenly, the puzzle pieces fit together. Turner wasn't just a criminal. He was a predator who had haunted the city for more than a decade. In 2007, Turner was convicted of 11 murders. Later, in 2014, DNA linked him to 4 more victims, bringing the total to 15 confirmed murders. In court, prosecutors described him as one of the most prolific serial killers in the city's history. The details were horrifying. Women strangled, their bodies dumped like garbage. Turner showed little remorse. His killings, cold and calculated, revealed the terrifying reality of a man who lived as a neighbor, a passerby, a stranger on the street, but secretly a monster. Chester Dewayne Turner was sentenced to death and remains on California's death row. His case highlighted 2 disturbing truths: how vulnerable communities are often ignored by law enforcement, and how many killers can operate for years before being caught. For the families of the victims, justice came late, but at least the monster who terrorized South Los Angeles was finally unmasked. Turner's name may not be as famous as Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer, but his crimes are no less terrifying. 15 lives stolen, 15 families destroyed. And who knows if there were more victims, never discovered. His story is a reminder that evil often hides in ordinary faces. The man walking past you on the street could be carrying unimaginable darkness inside. This is the chilling legacy of Chester Dewayne Turner, Los Angeles' hidden monster.